We're out here in the backyard. Last night we had a big storm. So I was just checking. We're checking our garden. We got our first little tomato over here growing. Let me see if y'all can see it. I have to go to the backside. We still haven't figured this border stuff out. So we got to work on that. Let's go over to the backside so I can show you our tomato. We got one tomato growing. It's right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right. There's actually two of them that are growing right there. So those are our first tomatoes coming out. We got the peppers are starting to get the little flowers bloom, so they should be probably producing some peppers. So they got the little flowers that are blooming on them. We got some strawberries. Those are the greens right there. Those are greens. These are actually cucumbers. Not this. This is a herb. This is a lemon herb. This is a cucumber. I don't think we got anything on it yet. I know they grow low, but I don't think we got anything on that one yet. This is we're going to change. We're going to take that. We're going to and then transfer this. This is my son's little apple tree. He started growing it in the house, and now we put it in this pot, and it's growing in this pot. So we're going to transfer it over to that pot actually. Like I said, we had a really big storm last night, so things are like blowing around out here. I've had the longest freaking day. Hey, honey, how you doing? Sarah motherfucking Z, good to see you. I'm just out here checking out the garden after the storm last night. Everything seems good. How you doing today? Gotta dump my bird bath out and give him some clean water. I do gotta do that. Let me go this side. But I've had the longest day today. So it started yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment. And so I went into my doctor's appointment, just willy-nilly. And they took my blood, like they just took the regular. I'm so glad you're good. Thank you so much. I try. I just try to be transparent and just be me. But so I went to the doctor yesterday, and so I just, waltz into my appointment and all of this. I take all the blood and, all the stuff they want to do for the doctor that I was at. I was at a specialist. I get home, they got the tornado warning going, and they call me and tell me, hey, we need you to go to the hospital to go get some imaging. Like, going to your regular doctor and getting a referral is going to take too long. You need to go immediately. Well, so where am I from? I'm from California. But I'm in Arkansas now. But so I said, okay, I'll just go to the hospital in the morning. So I go there I get about 8:45. Get out of that water. That's nasty water. I go there about 8:45. Bye. And like my anxiety, so I have extreme anxiety, but so I took an anxiety pill before I went, and then they're like poking and prying, and they hook you up to all the heart things and all this extra stuff, the IV, so you can't move around with the cuff on your arm. And so I'm trying to be patient because I'm just waiting on imaging. Like I'm just waiting for them to do these images. And I'm starting to get frustrated. About 2.5 hours later, I'm freezing. I asked for a blanket, and they never brought me a blanket. They never came back. And I was like so frustrated. So I feel worse now leaving the hospital because I wasn't feeling bad. But now after all the contrast for the imaging and stuff that they gave me, now I feel like shit. So I'm like, I'm frustrated. All to get a referral to another doctor. So they do the imaging, and then they're okay. Now you have to go to this kind of specialist. So it's just like open up another can of worms. So it's just irritating. It's hard to take care of your health, like like your mental health. But aside from your mental health, your physical health, it's just hard to stay on top of it. And it's just, I feel like shit today. I look like shit. Oh, that's a pretty flower right there. Look, that's a pretty purple flower. I bet my son will pick that. But yeah, so I feel worse after I left. I wanted a salad really bad, so I went to a place called Slim Chicken and I got their salad. It's so good. But it's humongous. I can never eat. I only take like 3 bites and then I'm done with it. So it's really a waste of money. I am, I do get thank you for saying that. My therapist tells me a lot that I am too. I've been through a lot of like medical process, and so I've learned over the years, it's been a long time, and I've learned over the years that when it comes to your health, nobody can speak up better than you, and you have to not be afraid to speak up. And like sometimes you even have to challenge them. But definitely that's the only way that you really get anything done is being able to speak up for yourself. And I've learned over the years. I used to be afraid to hurt the doctor's feelings, to be honest with you, or like a therapist or anything like that. Like if it was something that I felt like was against, even like a medication that I thought, okay, that's probably not good for me to take, I'd be afraid to say anything because I don't guess I didn't want to hurt their feelings or something, which is crazy because, they're to take care of me. Come on, Art, get from over there. And my therapist told me years ago, she said, she said, we don't know. We give you something. If you don't tell us it's not working for you, then we're not going to, like we're not going to know anything. And so now I'm not afraid to speak up and I'll be like, no, I'm not doing that. Or, like every doctor wants to do something different. So it's always a process. It is always a process. But I think that contrast for the CT scan, like it just made my body hurt for some reason. That hot stuff they put in your IV, like it just made me like my whole dang body from the top of my head to my toes kind of ache. So I'm hoping that I'll get over that soon. That's why I came outside to try to get a little fresh air. And I hope everybody is doing well out there on the YouTube streets and not being too mean to each other. Kindness goes a long way. I know that we get caught up in the funniness and the stuff like that. No, yeah. When I gave it to you, yeah, I kind of feel you feel like that. You feel it. It's weird in the spots that you feel it. I felt it like in my shoulders, and then kind of in my belly button, and then down there, like yeah, in my private parts, was like where it got the hottest. It was weird. I've had it done before, but it's still weird. Want a stick, baby? But it's still weird. So I'm glad it's over today. Yeah, this morning. Well, yeah, probably. What time is it right now? I got it probably about 10 o'clock. Uh, so yeah, so now I am home, and I was like getting frustrated with them. At the end, I'm like, "Come on, unhook me and get my paperwork," because they were taking forever to give me my discharge stuff. I'm like, come on, we got to get on with this. Um, we got to get on with this. I'll turn this around. You guys can see like I look like shit. Um, But yeah, but overall, my anxiety stayed cool until about the last hour that I was there. And then I started turning into a royal bitch because they were irritating. They were irritating me because they were just going so damn slow. And I don't like that hospital. But I usually don't go to that hospital, but that's the hospital that's in network with all my other doctors. So that's why I had to go to that one because of the, so my doctors can see the results immediately. But I usually go to another hospital, like if I have to go to the ER or something, they're so much better. This hospital is like, I hate it every time I have a bad experience. Yeah, it's not a good experience there. I just got this. I'm gonna open this up. It's the double-sided suction floating hair expert. So it's supposed to get like any dog dander or anything like that. It's supposed to suck it up and keep it out of the air. We already have a air purifier, but I got another one for the dog because we actually are going to get another baby next month. Hopefully, if everything works out. And so I want to make sure that we have a little extra air purifying stuff. But yeah, I was just jumping on for a second. I ain't got nothing going on. I was just jumping on. Y'all could see. I look like I've been through hell and high water today. So I'm gonna go lay down and take a little nap before my son comes home. Figure out I don't know what I should make for dinner tonight. I got some ground beef that I unfroze yesterday, so I got to use it. And I really just don't know what the hell I'm gonna make. I want to just pull a fast one. Last night I had bought us. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some rest. But last night I had bought us some sub sandwiches, so I was being lazy, so I can't be too lazy with dinner tonight. So I'm going, y'all. I hope everybody has a blessed day. And remember, if you don't speak up for yourself when it comes to your health, nobody else will. So definitely always keep yourself first. Peace and blessings, y'all.